and welcome back to GlowChat, a podcast all about skincare, self-care and everything in between. And today on GlowChat, we are joined by the lovely Sophia. So Sophia, you have the wellness rooms in Falkirk and it is the most beautiful, aesthetically pleasing Pilates studio. And this is your business. Tell us about it. When did you launch it?
So opened last January. So been open a year now. I can't believe it actually. You know, when you just realise like how's my life done such a complete 360.
Yeah.
So opened last January, been a year open. And yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah. So tell us, because you are obviously a Pilates instructor, but
Yes.
that isn't your background, is not just...
No, so I actually came from a financial services background.
Mm-hmm.
I'd done 10 years financial services and
Very similar to
similar
Claire.
to snap.
honestly, it's like, I just thought, oh my God, there's more to life than this. Because
Yes, 100%.
it was actually from COVID, working from home,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm quite a social person, and I just thought like I was stuck to the house all the time. I was going insane.
Yeah.
I split up with my ex-husband, so I moved house. It was just me and the boys. I was all by myself when they were at their dad's because we share 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally was contained to these four walls,
Mm-hmm.
working on this computer, and I went, I can't do this.
Yeah.
It was literally sink or swim. And I thought, do you know what? I loved Pilates, and I kept travelling to like further afield. Like I think the nearest one was Cumbernauld and
Mm-hmm.
Livingston. So this was at the point where there wasn't that many Pilates studios.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, do you know what? I'm going to do something that makes me happy. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then at least I tried. But I genuinely was going insane with
Yeah.
the corporate life, and I just
Mhm.
thought, I can't do this. There was more to life
Absolutely.
than just,
I
especially
feel like
for me.
COVID's changed so many people,
Mhm.
people's like perspective on, you know, all these things that you just think are the norm, and then all of a sudden something like, you know, a global pandemic
Oh, yeah.
kind
I
of
know.
shifts everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's hard because you try and think like, what is this how my life's going to be forever? And I'm one of these people that are just like, I can't, like, I've got ADHD.
Uh-huh.
And I got diagnosed last year, so I'm very much like, I need to be stimulated.
Yeah.
And I was just like in the house on my own,
Mhm.
like, what was going on here?
Yeah.
And working from home's really hard as well.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
really-
isolating.
Yeah, it is quite hard. I also feel like in Scotland there's not a lot of like employers. So like financial services is like one of the big employers. I think it's that, the NHS, and then it's like schools.
Yeah.
So like when you're kind of coming out and you're going into a career, like you generally end up maybe being in one of those three options. Like there's actually not as much variety.
Yeah.
And back then, whereas like now I think there's like a lot more variety, and I think there's a lot more, people are more willing to be like entrepreneurs and try and do
100%.
things. Whereas like
Yeah.
I don't think that was really a thing when we were like coming out of uni.
Yeah.
So I think like anybody that does it, like hats off to them for giving it a go.
I know.
And I can't imagine, like in the financial services world, that there's a lot of room for kind of like creativity or anything like that as well. It must just feel like a different world.
It's crazy. It's just like stagnant almost. Well, I suppose it depends the role that you're in. There's always, you know, benefits to some of the financial services jobs, but for me, I just couldn't. It was just mind numbing. And I think after my second son, I found it really hard to concentrate. I think it's obviously down to the ADHD, but I genuinely stared at the computer and I was like, I couldn't work. I actually felt paralysed, just looking at spreadsheets, looking at numbers. It was just really hard for me to focus.
And the thought of doing that for the next,
Yeah.
like, you know, 20, 30 plus
I know.
years is just something that would just...
It was terrifying.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And I think that you get so hit up as well about such small things. I was saying this before that like I remember I used to have to do presentation decks and it was like double spacing. And you're like, you get so hit up about the smallest things. Whereas like, I feel like when you go off and you start to do something you love, you're like, one, it's not as stressful because you love it. And two, you're not worrying about things that are actually, you're worrying about more important things, I feel like, when you're trying to build your own business.
Yeah, 100%. And that's
Being a mum change your perspective on, you know, what's important as well, and even like the example that you want to set to your kids as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what actually keeps me sane. Sorry, not insane. Probably insane too. Keeps me sane.
The
on
kids
the
drive
daily.
you insane and
kids
the
drive me insane.
Pilates.
But what keeps me sane is the fact that I'm doing this for them. And one day I want my kids to look at me and be like, my mum really worked hard. Like she built this business whilst parenting us and trying to juggle it all. That's the only. See, when I sacrifice time with them to focus on the business, because I actually thought I'd leave my corporate job to spend more time with them. But actually, I think, well, I do spend more time with them, but mentally,
sometimes you're there physically, but you know, you don't have that clocking off the same way if you've got like clients messaging you late at night, where, you know, you would turn your emails off if you were in a corporate job, and that would be, you wouldn't think about it until you logged on the next day, whereas you don't really have that luxury when, you know, you've got your own business. But I imagine you can probably be there for like the school drop off and pick up, which you couldn't probably
it's so much more flexible now, and I can go to these things that I probably couldn't before, and the summer holidays I can be more flexible because manage your own diary.
I feel like corporate life and school does not mix.
It doesn't mix.
It does not mix at all. Like, you're actually short holidays for like the amount of holidays you actually need. So yeah, it definitely, like, the two just don't marry together. That's like probably one of my biggest bugbears, is that they just don't work together. They're just not flexible. And I feel like with women, it's always the default. It's the mum. Like me and my husband, we tried to swap it. He was like, I'll do more, like, if the kids are off sick or whatever, if they need to come home, but they will always default phone the mum. Regardless.
Come and get the kids, please.
Come and get the kids. Like, one's like really unwell. So how do you find doing the juggle? Because I feel like half term is this week, and the juggle is like, I find it insane.
Yeah, I feel like I just survive on the daily, if I'm being honest. I'll wake up and I just wing my day, because it's just me and the two boys. My mum and dad, they actually stay in the same street. They're like 10 doors down from me. My dad works offshore, and so when he's not there, it's harder for my mum to like watch the both boys, because they're really hard work. Like, my youngest is just insane. So I just try and juggle it, honestly. I can't have a plan, because if I have a plan, it's just never works. So I just wing it. Honestly, I wing it. Every day.
It's the best way really in life, isn't it?
I know. I just try and survive through the day, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then
we try again.
We'll try again.
There's always tomorrow.
I know. There's always tomorrow.
It's been fine as long as they get fed.
As long as they're staying alive, then
that's fine,
and they're happy.
So, what did your friends and family think when you obviously said, I've had enough of the corporate world, I'm going to start my own Pilates studio? Is that something that everyone thought, yeah, I could totally see that? Or were they, you know, quite shocked that that was the kind of route that you decided to go down?
I think they were kind of like just letting me do my thing, because I always come with these ideas like all the time. I'm like, right. At one point, I actually wanted to have my own skincare brand. I actually used to make like my own ingredients and stuff.
That's cool. That's so cool.
I know. So I've always came to them with like ideas, and I'm like, I want to do this, I want to do that. So I think they were just like, oh, another one of Sophia's ideas to just distract her or keep her going. So
So that doesn't really, the whole kind of like being an entrepreneur has always been quite appealing to you anyway.
Yeah, I've always worked hard. Like, from the age of 14, like, I always had a job, you know, like when you used to sweep in the little barbers or the hairdressers. That was like my first little job. And I worked in like a soft play, worked at McDonald's, and this is all while I was at school. I worked in a little Japanese cafe, a kebab shop, chippy. Like, I always worked. So I've always had that drive to like make money almost, you know? So I just like the idea of having freedom. So I've always kind of had that ambition. And
So tell us more about the wellness rooms then. Obviously, it's the most beautiful studio.
Thank you.
But, you know, you run like events and things like that as well. How important is actually just providing that like nice, safe, non-intimidating, you know, kind of like environment for your clients as well?
I love the wellness rooms, because honestly, it's like the most heartwarming, for me anyway, to be able to share this space where people can come and feel comfortable, because I think people think that Pilates is like this aesthetically pleasing thing, where you need to look a certain
quite
way.
Intimidating.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like, you need to look a certain way, you need to be a certain way to come to Pilates and these nice aesthetic studios where,
or have like all the kind of designer, you know,
but
like,
I want it to be a place that's inclusive for everyone. And there's no better feeling when someone comes along and they're like, I was really nervous to come here, but you've made us feel so welcome. It's such a rewarding job, and everyone notices the benefits, especially my older clients. You know, like,
you do have quite a wide range of ages and things like that coming to you.
I'd probably say my most loyal clients are 40 plus. Premenopausal, postmenopausal. They notice the benefits of Pilates, and it's just amazing to see.
And I think it's so important, the kind of older you get as well, it's not just about how you look, it's about all these things that you should be doing for your body in terms of like, you know, going through changes with menopause and things like that as well, and like really building up strength and things like that really stand you in such good stead for your actual health benefits. You know, 100%. It's not just about, you know, how you feel on the day. It's really kind of long term looking after yourself.
Exactly, and it's definitely not all about how you look. It's as you said, how you feel inside. And Pilates is so good for like switching off your mental health, strengthening pelvic floor. Like there's so many benefits.
Like your core and everything as well. Like there's so much to think about.
There is. And it's good. I love it.
What's the difference between reformer Pilates and Pilates?
So
people that don't know.
Pilates, you've got mat Pilates, which is Pilates on the mat. Then you've got reformer, which is Pilates on the machine, and you've got the resistance to help you along. So it was actually mat Pilates originally, and then if you struggled with mat, you'd have the reformer to assist with some of the moves. So people actually think that reformer could be harder. It can be harder than mat, but mat, obviously you're using your body weight. So it can actually be harder than reformer because you've got the resistance and the support of the straps and stuff and the springs.
That's interesting because I would have thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, because you've not actually tried reformer Pilates before, have you?
Have not tried reformer Pilates, but I know, well, me and some of my friends really want to do reformer Pilates.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun.
Because I do CrossFit.
Yeah. You'll be a breeze at Pilates.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
No, it's fun. It's good. But yeah, it just depends, obviously, what you're
doing.
doing.
It's so hard as well. That's
so
one
hard.
of these things. You kind of look at it and think it looks, you know, like really easy. And then like when you get like all these videos that you see on TikTok of like people and their legs are shaking, like you see like all these athletes and things like that going and kind of underestimating it. Like they are not exaggerating. That is literally what it's like. It is so hard. And I love like how, you know, two classes can be like so totally different as well. You never get bored. It's just the same thing over and over again. It is so different.
I know. Exactly. So you can have, I know when I teach, I make my classes really hard. People are like, right, don't go to Sophia's class, she's too hard. But then some people like hard classes. I like to go to a Pilates class and feel the burn, whereas you can go to other classes. It just depends on the instructor and how they teach, because you could have like a more smooth class, stretchy based class. So just depends what you're looking for.
And I love the fact that when I go in, I think even just like having your own business and things like that as well, you feel like, you know, even if I just go to the gym, I'm still checking my emails or kind of like looking at social media and all that kind of thing. Whereas when I'm in there, like my phone is like out of sight, out of mind. And I literally am not thinking about anything other than like that 8-second countdown, which shows about 20 seconds.
I know, and Pilates teachers never count right.
Exactly. So that is really all I am concentrating on is getting through that next move. And that's what I find is like a really good like mind reset, because you're really not thinking about anything else. You can just get totally kind of like lost in it and the pain of it. It's like a good pain though.
Really selling it.
It's the coordination as well. So you having to think about the moves that you're doing. So like
as someone who doesn't know their left from their right as well, this really takes a lot of brain power.
You're distracted by the thought of like having to move your body and all these different things the instructor's throwing at you. So it's a good switch off.
Definitely. It sounds good.
It's fun. I love it.
So speaking of which, we are in the process of planning out an event between the GlowFound Collective and the Wellness Rooms as well. So that will be fun, just again to like introduce people who maybe kind of feel a wee bit intimidated to go along to Pilates class, thinking I've never been before, but it's going to be like a really nice, non-intimidating, nice safe space for people to come along and ask loads of questions about it, and if they don't know the setup and things like that, just have that kind of nice introduction. We're going to be talking about skincare and things like that as well, having like lots of products out for people to test and things as well, which is going to be really fun.
Yeah, just having like, you can do a Pilates class and then there could be some products people can test.
Amazing.
We've got like a really nice product that's really good for sleep, actually,
that.
magnesium cream by Lily B. And actually just getting to try before you feel like, just to try things and see if you want to switch up some things in your skincare.
A nice you know, people that are all kind of like like-minded and just kind of want to meet other people like that as well, where
100%.
You know, it's fine if you turn up by yourself as well and things like that as well.
You're always made to feel welcome.
Absolutely.
100%.
And then you are running a retreat in Portugal later on this year,
Can't
aren't
wait.
you?
Yes.
And I am so jealous I am not going there. Tell us all about that.
Oh, so last year I went on my first retreat to Portugal, and Portugal has a very special place in my heart because my dad's Portuguese.
Oh, wow.
So I'm half Portuguese as well. Went there my whole life. So last year I went on this retreat to this amazing villa. It was stunning, honestly. It was just, it was like wow factor. You walked in and it was like, wow. And then we done reformer Pilates. It's the first retreat that I've seen that had reformer beds, because usually, obviously, it's quite hard to bring reformers to a stunning villa. So that's what sold it for me. Went there, it was amazing. Done reformer, had.
And did you just go by yourself?
I went with one of the instructors,
Right, okay.
from the wellness rooms, and it was just so fun. Eating healthy, met like-minded people, had a wine. It was all about balance, like, you know, so it was so fun. And I thought, you know what, I would love to do this for the wellness rooms. So got in contact with the villa, became really friendly with the girl that hires out the reformers. And I thought, I'm just going to do the same thing. So it was so good. And it's crazy how life works, because obviously you go to that and then it happens. And
obviously you hadn't
all about
even
networking
had
as well.
the wellness rooms that long when you had gone in the first time.
So it was so good.
Yep. And so you are just nearly sold out, aren't you?
Yes, I think there's 3 or 4 spaces left, which is amazing.
Yeah. And you have some people that are going along just on their own and they don't know anyone else as well. So it's not this kind of thing where, you know, you're looking for like friends to come along with you or anything like that. Like it is like a really, there's going to be people there who don't know anyone else. And
I think it's such a nice thing to do, to go somewhere on your own. Without knowing anyone, and just meet new people, and also find
really
yourself as well a little bit, because it's actually such a sense of achievement to go somewhere and be like, yes, I can do it on my own.
And I think the older you get, like the thought of stepping outside of your comfort zone, I know it sounds ridiculous, like you're going to this, you know, amazing luxury retreat and thinking it's out of your comfort zone, but just showing up by yourself and things like that can be quite kind of nerve-wracking, can't it, as well?
It is nerve-wracking, but I always say, like, if you don't put yourself out there, then you will just stay in the same place, you know? Absolutely. You need to take that little risk and give yourself that tiny little push and be like, right, I can do this. And everyone that's going is so nice, and I always want everyone to feel included and no judgment at all. Like, I'm the least judgmental person ever. If anyone met me, you would know that I'm like probably clinically insane. So there's absolutely never any judgment from me. And I just want everyone to feel welcome and just have a good time and know that life's like all about balance. Never take anything too seriously, and just come along, have fun, drink some wine, do some exercise.
So that's the thing. It's not like one of these, you know, like detoxes where it's like, you know, you're getting up at like just 6 o'clock in the morning for, you know, a hike up a mountain and then come back and you're only eating like soup and things like that all day.
Lettuce leaves. No, I want this retreat to be all about balance. If you want to get up and, you know, have your health, absolutely, that's we're pushing the health here, we're pushing the wellness. But if you want to, you know, reward yourself with a glass of wine at lunchtime, you can do that as well. Just feel free, you know, just come along and just...
It's a bit choice, really, isn't it?
We've got like the schedule. You can, you know, if you want to do everything that's on the schedule, feel free to. If you want to, you know, do your own thing, it's your holiday at the end of the day and how you want to have fun. So I'm so excited.
And that is in July this year, isn't it?
Yeah. So can't wait.
Amazing.
4 nights.
Like because it
we are come along
there.
Did you say 4 nights without children?
Oh yeah, so that's it.
No children allowed.
No children allowed.
Absolutely delighted.
I know. No.
This is really exciting. So next we're going to get on to talking a little bit about your skincare routine and things like that as well. So what does that look like? What is skincare for you?
My skincare, I would say, has kind of been all over the place. I've got rosacea, or I kind of have. Well, I still think I do have it deep down. And
I was thinking,
I really struggled with my skin post my first child, so 9 years ago. I used to have like the pustules on the face. It was really bad. I've also got PCOS, so that doesn't help. And then when I just went dived into research, and I realised quite a lot of it's from the gut related. So I used to do like cleanses. The amount of money that I've spent on supplements, on skincare, on laser, like these random things is just ridiculous. I go down a rabbit hole and I'm like, okay, I need to take this out. So for me, I really focused on my gut health first. I was doing like celery for breakfast, celery juice, like eating no gluten and dairy. Like I really tried, really restrictive, but again, that doesn't work for me. So I was back and forth.
Yeah. But that's the thing about, especially anything to do with women's health is the fact that we're almost kind of like, you know, you go to the doctor and maybe you don't get the help you want. So you then go on these like deep dives into all these different things to try and find your own solution. And, you know, you can spend a lot of time, money, effort, you know, and maybe not getting the results that you want as well.
100%. I've done so much different things. Like I even went to, what's it called? And it's like muscle testing. Can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like you basically, it's like muscle testing or something. I've done loads of stuff.
Yeah, everything.
And then she told me that I had like a parasite or something. And this was like the reason why all these pustules were coming on my face. So I then done a parasite cleanse. I've honestly done it all.
Oh, that was like a big like trend like a few years ago.
I feel like every few weeks now I'm like, right, parasite cleanse. Yeah. But I swear to God, honestly, like my skin did start to go down. And then I done acupuncture as well. The man that does my acupuncture, he's from the Chinese healing room, it's called, and he gave me this cream, and it was like it basically kills off, they say that the pustules are like mites, does that make sense? Like little mite things.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Just
go with it. Just say
little
it like
mites. I'm sure it's mites, the right words. And basically it kills them off. So you would put it on and it would like kill them off, and it has cleared them away.
Wow.
But I just keep it very simple.
Yeah.
Non-toxic ingredients. As I was saying, I wanted to do a skincare brand at one point. I used to like make my own stuff. So it was like shea butter, almond oil, a little bit of arrowroot powder, and just essential oils. You'd whip it all together and then I'd put it on my skin, and I swear to God, less is more for me.
Yeah, they do say that, like if you've got like skin conditions, that actually not putting more on is the answer. Is like just trying to calm it down, so like less changes. And I think if you're going to change something, like one thing at a time, not like completely change your skincare routine.
I just use, for a cleanser, I use Egyptian magic. Not
you
Egyptian
were talking
cotton.
about this earlier, like this is like your like number one product.
This is my number one product, honestly. Egyptian magic, it's like a little, I think it's beeswax. Again, I could be wrong. And it's like a little balm. I just put it on my face. It literally melts your makeup off. I use it as a moisturiser. It gives you that stunning glow. I use it for everything, honestly. I love it. It's so good.
Multi-functional
multi-purpose thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then what else? I use an SPF that I've just started using. What is it here? It's the Badgers. Badgers Kids.
And this is one for kids.
This is for kids, but I swear to God, again, minimal ingredients. I think it's just got zinc oxide in it, beeswax, sunflower, like it's all natural ingredients. So I use that as an SPF. Because sometimes if you look at the ingredient list on some of the skincare brands, it's like, they're actually worse. They make your skin bad.
Especially if you know in yourself like what your skin like reacts to and things like that as well.
Like it's I think it's like a minefield, even things that like, because clean's a subjective term as well. So like I think you might think something is like cleaner, but it's got maybe like a paraben in it, or it's got some preservative in it, or it's got something else in it that's hidden.
Just even like fragrance and things like that as well.
Fragrance is
really
alcohol, for some people.
Alcohol.
Retinol, like although retinol seems to be quite trendy at the minute. So I think like definitely sometimes I think like just sticking to natural ingredients.
I love natural ingredients.
And I think that's the thing as well, like the kind of older you get, the more that you know you've tried all these different things and you know what is going to work for your skin, and it's just about being kind of confident in that as well, isn't it? And just like learning to like listen to your own body, and that's not even just about skincare, it's about everything, isn't it?
I know.
In your life, and it's like stress and things like that, how that kind of shows up in your skin as well.
It helps, doesn't it?
No,
stress does not help. Stress really doesn't help the skin. So bad. Some foods as well can affect your skin.
Yeah, I don't really eat that much dairy.
Do you know?
No, it's like so. It really kind of does impact me. So I only have oat milk in my coffee, which I feel like makes me sound like I'm trying to be fancy.
I'm all for the oat milk lattes.
I love oat milk cappuccino.
Yeah.
So I don't eat a lot of dairy. I don't tend to eat like a lot of, like I wouldn't have a creamy sauce or anything like that. And then I try and have like hot water with lemon in the morning.
I love that.
Like just something like, it's meant to be really good for your gut health.
Yeah.
And then I've switched last year to try and eat a little bit like cleaner, so more like whole foods. And I feel like that does make a difference, but my skin is driven by stress.
Yes, it's yours.
100%. So like when I was younger, I would like really bad eczema and psoriasis, and it was all stress because we're going through like GCSEs, things like that. And then as I got older, anytime I had a big like anything really stressful, it would always be like eczema.
Get up.
Yeah. It's hereditary. I've definitely passed it on to my daughter.
Oh, no.
So nice, isn't it?
But again, the food you eat totally affect that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Like, that's why I think it's like really important to do like look at it more holistically, and not just thinking like, you know, you'll get a cream that'll just magically do everything.
I know.
Which is even like alternative therapies. You spoke about like acupuncture and things like that as well, because there, you know, you can go to the doctors and they'll just be like, try you on this antibiotic for your skin, or this like really, really strong medication and things like that. And yeah, they might work, but you know, long term, that's not maybe something that you
it just
can want
masks
to just
it, really.
have. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. No, I love all the natural like remedies
and things like
I'm
that.
all for it.
Yeah,
I've got like books in my house. You ever heard of Medical Medium?
No.
Oh my God, you should look him up. So this is when I used to do this cleanse. I'd done a liver cleanse.
You've done all the
I've
cleanses.
done all the cleanses. I swear, my friends still say to me that my house is like a pharmacy. It's like the supplements. To be fair, I'm not so bad now because I genuinely don't have the time.
Yeah,
but
that was a luxury. In the
that was
past.
a luxury. But honestly, it was like this celery cleanse. So you'd have like 8 ounces of celery juice for your breakfast. Well, you'd have the lemon in hot water first.
Yeah.
Then you would have the celery juice. Then you'd have like this heavy metal detox smoothie. So it was just all whole foods. It was quite hard, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I done it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Multiple times. It's probably because I needed to give my liver a break anyway. At one point,
So
I
you
was
couldn't like wash it down with a glass of wine.
Exactly.
Probably was not the right balance.
so I was like having
I'm
a
sure
liver
that's just
detox.
grapes in like their natural form and doesn't seem toxic to me.
Exactly.
Just one of your 5 a day.
But yeah, so
Yeah, no, I definitely think there is that kind of like tendency to think that, you know, going to the doctors and that is going to be like the best solution for you. But, you know, sometimes it's just not the way it works, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. I think it's quite hard to even get doctor's appointments these days. So
It's so hard to get a doctor's
oh
appointment.
my God, it's ridiculous. So that's why I went private to get an ADHD diagnosis. I done that last year and obviously I got diagnosed, but now I'm trying to battle with the doctors because it's a fortune. You're about £250 a month for your medication, for your reviews. Like it's really bad.
Yeah, that's where you are right now.
I know.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So you were talking obviously about like skin conditions and things like that as well. What have you found that works for you in terms of like eczema and psoriasis and things like that?
Removing my stress. What I actually do tend to use is I use the Lily Bee sea moss cream. It's really, really good.
Things about that one.
So it's so I tend to use that. So if to be honest, like it'll help bait it, but genuinely I joke, but like once my stress is removed, that is what will always like help my skin improve.
Yeah, that's like the biggest. It's really about what's going on inside. It's not necessarily about what you can put on topically.
So like things like, and when I'm really stressed, then I'm like, right, okay, so I need to like be able to switch off. So like so I do, like I say, I do CrossFit. So that is like an hour a day where I just can't, like, I can only really think about getting through that hour. And I like switch off. So I need like times for that. And then to be honest, I think sometimes it's like, you know, resharing the mental load at home is also like if I'm feeling quite stressed, because there's a lot going on when you've got like kids. Yeah. So I'd probably say like, whilst I have got a cream that does work, I do actually need to like, it usually is that you need to relook at something in your life. You need to like reset some things.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's actually quite similar. My sister had a similar issue. She had acne, adult acne. And hers was stress related, and as soon as it went, it completely cleared.
Really?
And she also really liked the red light therapy mask that she won at Christmas from GlowFound. I'm not gonna lie.
I really want to get one of them.
Yes, that
red
is
light
definitely something that I want to get as well.
Yeah.
It's just
like I really want to try it.
Yeah.
It's been on my like list.
Have you seen the
Research.
videos of people like standing on the vibration plate? With, like,
Yeah, it feels like,
I feel
I feel like
could
when
be
I
me.
was younger, like there used to be shops that you could go to, like sunbed shops had these like vibration.
They did,
was
didn't
it
they?
like, was it like
What were they
curves or
called?
something?
Yeah.
That had like these vibration plates and it was like a circuit.
Yeah.
I'm sure, that was like a thing.
There was because I remember when I used to go to the gym years and years and years ago, the gym that I went to had that vibration plate, and you'd do like mad exercise.
Yeah,
there is a name for it though. I know what you're saying.
I know, it's funny how like all these trends are now just like probably just coming back round again, isn't it?
I know. It's good for the lymphatic drainage, the plates.
So what would you say is your self-care non-negotiable?
Probably Pilates.
Pilates,
Yes,
yeah.
because again, you can switch off. And I just like love moving your body.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a de-stress, especially with some of the moves that you're doing, like just feeling that tension in your body just drift away.
Yeah, you just feel like longer after doing Pilates.
You do feel taller, longer.
Yeah.
I feel like the tensions just goes away from me. So definitely moving my body.
Until you wake up the next day and then like the DOMs kick in and you're just like, oh my God, my legs.
I know.
Can't move.
But yeah.
And finally, what is your 2026 glow up goal? Is there anything, you mentioned a bit like the red light therapy, is there anything else that you really want to add into your like self-care routine? Whether it's
I definitely want to put more focus on my skincare.
Yeah.
I have recently bought the Medicube pads, the pore ones. So I'm going to really focus on my skincare because if I'm being honest, it's not really existent. Like, well, it hasn't been, but I want to actually have a routine.
Yeah.
With a nice
I think
cleanser.
it can also be tempting to then, buy all this, like go on a bit of a haul and buy all these products, which you then can't really test it out, because then if your skin reacts, you need to then just kind of go through it like one by one and start like taking them all out to find out what was going to what really kind of triggered your skin as well. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I think definitely focus on my skincare, making that better and just making healthy choices, not partying as much, slowing down on that aspect. I would love to go sober, to be honest, but I just don't know if I've got it in me. But I think just focus on me making better decisions health-wise and skincare.
Yeah, because that's, if the better you feel about yourself, it's really just kind of like, everything that you're kind of like putting into your body and things like that is really determining how you feel about yourself as well. 100%. I think even when you start to make these kind of little switches, then you feel like more productive, and it's just even it's that placebo effect as well, then you just kind of feel better.
I know, it's a clear mind as well. So even like you're eating healthy, you're in a routine, having discipline, I think you're just on such a path of like moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Clear head.
Claire, what's your 2026 glow up goal?
So skincare, I feel like I've kind of got down. I do want to try the red light therapy.
Yeah.
Mine's is probably, because I was thinking about this because I knew you were going to ask me, is I think to be more social. So like after we had all my friends, we had kids around about the same time, but you kind of forget to do things for yourself socially, because if you're a mum, you're literally like a kid's party every other weekend, like you're at their like football or ballet or whatever it is. So I think trying to like, my glow up goals to try and like be a bit more social and kind of fill my cup up that way. And then I think just continuing to build on my really like good eating habits that I've created and being consistent. And then being consistent. Probably being consistent actually is probably my other one.
That is. It's so easy when you're like kind of, in your rhythm, and then everything feels really easy, and then like even like I was away this last weekend, and then you're just like, and you're eating more, drinking more, and you just feel crap afterwards as well. And it's like, getting back into like, healthy eating and everything like that as well. And
I mean, I am working against a husband who's like, I forgot to take the salmon out for dinner, and I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So what we're going to do? Well, we could go out for dinner. It's Wednesday.
I love eating out for dinner.
Oh, I know, but it's like the least. It's good. It's good. Like fills your like mental health. It's quite nice. Makes you feel nice, but it's not great for like
picking up your like week a little bit.
Do you know what? Like we're a family that loves a Wednesday night little dine out.
Oh, I love that.
like randomly. We also then got into like a Five Guys Wednesday habit for a while.
Oh my God, it's so expensive though.
We were talking about this morning.
So expensive.
It's like for 4 of us to go, it's not cheap. So yeah, we're like a little midweek.
Oh, I love that. Breaks the week up as well.
Breaks the week up. It wasn't meant to happen. We're trying to get out of the habit, but I guarantee we'll go out.
You just need to replace it with something else a little bit more wholesome as well. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And
what about you?
For me, yeah, I definitely want to get the kind of red light therapy. I think just, anything like that, but you feel like it's not, I feel like for a while it was all about, like Botox and fillers, and whereas I feel like things have shifted even the last, it's more just about, like I've had like skin boosters and things like that, and other like microneedling treatments. Love that.
Do you? I really want to try that.
Really love that. Can't recommend
I
that
want to
enough.
try the was it polynucleotides?
Polynucleotides.
I'd love to try that.
Definitely.
Everyone ends up with like black eyes after it though, don't they?
Yeah, because I just feel like that's for my skin. That works quite well. And I suppose just being more consistent with skincare as well. And probably just not buying into every single trend that you see on TikTok, or like, oh my God, there's this like new miracle product. And
how easy to get sucked in though.
Oh my God.
You're like, I'm going to look like I'm like 30 again.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep. So that is it for this week. Thank you, Sophia, for
Thank
joining
you so much
us.
for having
We've
me. It was so
loved
fun.
hearing all about it, and we are really excited for the GlowFound Collective event at the Wellness Room soon as well.
Can't wait.
Details about that coming out soon. So thank you very much for joining us, and don't forget to follow us on GlowFound Official. If you have any skincare questions or anything you would like to share your skincare journey, then we would love to hear from you.
100%.
Absolutely. And don't forget to follow us on GlowFound Official, and we'll see you again soon.